Hey everyone, welcome to the special cooking hangout, Champion for Kids, in support of Champion for Kids, Razor Fest. I'm your host, Larry Fanillier. This is a special hangout on air. We're going to have Aslyn Bloor, who is in the UK. Everybody loves Aslyn. She'll be cooking up some Sichuan chicken, and we'll be introducing everyone here in the hangout, or in the peanut gallery, as I like to call it, as we all like to call it here, right, guys?
Yep. Cheers, peanuts.
This hangout is in support of, like I said, the Razor Fest Champion for Kids, which is being supported by brands like Unilever, Kellogg, I believe Tyson Foods or Tyson Chicken, who will be possibly stopping in. Jim Shankle is the one who's organizing this down in Arkansas, Razorback Stadium, and we all know that's why I'm wearing my red today, guys. Razorbacks, even though I don't play a lick of football. But anyway, it's all in good fun, and it's all for kids. So that's the bottom line. Let's get started. Let me start to introduce the folks here in the peanut gallery. Starting on my left, which would be you guys' right, we have Andrew M., who is new to the hangout, but he is not new to Google+. He's like the original beta testing guy. He and I met in a hangout way back when. Andrew, how are you doing, sir? Andrew's muted.
Andrew's muted.
Can you guys hear me now? There we go.
Yeah. He has his deep dog. He has his deep voice. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Andrew. The women love that.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
So, Andrew, tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and all that.
Well, I am from Toronto, Canada. I'm familiar with a lot of Caribbean cooking, so this will be an interesting experience for me to see this afternoon.
Good. We won't be doing Caribbean, though. We'll be doing Chinese.
That's what I'm looking forward to see.
Right. So yeah, and Andrew is also a Caribbean guy. His parents are Jamaican. Father's Jamaican, mother is Barbadian, so we are all family. All right.
That's right.
I wouldn't go to Aslyn just yet. I will go to another new person we have in the hangout, which is Hollinger Up AJ. She is very new to Google+, like maybe a month. And she does some amazing food down in Australia, also some spices. She puts together some really, really interesting spices. You're going to be hearing and seeing more of that in the coming months. But let me introduce you to Conjure Up AJ. Hi AJ.
Everyone. Hi there.
Welcome. I know it's, what time is it there tomorrow?
The time tomorrow would be about 3 a.m.
Okay, on a Sunday. All right.
3 a.m. on a Sunday.
We have a real international flavor going on here. We have Canada, we have Australia, we have UK, we have United States, and of course Trinidad and Tobago. Conjure.
Look, in Australia, Larry, the bottom line is we're out of step with the rest of the world. So it's always going to be 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that when it's a normal time for everyone else. But that's okay.
Yeah.
It's great.
Good. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And next to Conjure Up AJ is George Code, my good friend from Silicon Valley, Mountain View, California. Hey, George.
Hey, Larry.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Hello, everyone, and I want to wish everybody except AJ a happy Catterday.
Thanks, George.
Good one, George. All right, and next to George we have Maggie Unzueta. Everybody knows Maggie, I'm sure. Great foodie, San Diego bound. And we're doing some really exciting things together. We'll be doing a bilingual series of food stories coming up soon.
Yes.
Maggie, welcome.
Yes, hello everyone. Hola, bienvenidos.
Hola. Next to Maggie, of course, is Marilyn Ritter, George's partner and a great friend of mine. Marilyn, welcome.
Oh, thank you. And, you know, by the way, every day is Catterday here at our house.
Yeah, Yeah, they got these two huge cats. I mean, these things look like. Marilyn, what breed are they again?
They're Savannah cats. They're part Aboriginal and part domestic cat. So they've got stripes and spots, and they're awesome. They're awesome.
Let's do it pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So before we jump into Aslan, I just want to say a couple shout-outs to some of our friends out in event land who's watching. Carmen Mandich, Kim. I forgot Kim's last name. Always do.
Boatman, yeah.
Thank you, Kim. Don't kill me, Kim. Please don't. Yeah, they have their drinks in hand. They have the margaritas. So cheers up. What's everybody drinking? By the way, I have my water here because it's kind of hot here in Trinidad, and I know it's 2 a.m. in Australia, so you probably having coffee.
I've had coffee.
All right, and I think everybody else is having water or something. Yeah, so,
well, I'm here with Canada's favorite, so I'm drinking coffee as well this morning too.
Okay, great. So we're gonna go right now to the lady of the hour, Aslan Blow. What are you having, Aslan?
Well, I am going to be having the margarita that I am going to be making.
All right. So I guess the folks in the event are gonna love it.
You thought you were coming for a Chinese cooking show? We're not international for nothing here. Hi everyone. I'm Marilyn from linsfood.com or the Foodies Plus community, as you guys know. So we're supposed to be cooking Sichuan chicken. Don't you fear, we will still be doing that. But since Carmen, Kim, and I decided to have margarita today. Margarita it is going to be. Shall I make it?
Yeah.
Yes. When I go like that, you might want to mute me. Just warned you, because we do have a big old Yeti here. 2 shots of tequila.
That's my kind of measurement.
Very precise.
1 shot of Cointreau. And another one.
The folks who just joined us, don't panic. Aslan is going to do the chicken. You haven't missed a thing. She's just doing the margarita for Kim.
Anyway.
For Kim and Carmen.
Always in favor.
1 portion of lime juice. So tequila, Cointreau, lime juice. Oh man, I've always wanted to do this live.
Oh, you have your stuff.
And some sugar syrup because I like it sweet. And then some ice cubes.
Carmen is saying spices, sweet and sexy. That chicken looks great, and the team has flair. What more could we ask for?
I guess for a minute.
She's looking at the chicken in the event.
There you go.
I think we can ask for an extra shot of tequila.
You got to toss it up in the air and.
Like bar tricks. That's what you gotta do. Like flip it over your shoulder.
Exactly, Andrew.
Some salt.
Arriba.
Kim says, "Take that margarita, Aslan. I love your recipe, by the way. The drink and the chicken, yum."
Yeah, what goes better with Chinese food than a Mexican margarita?
There you go.
Cheers!
Margarita.
Cheers.
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 Right.
Just contributing to the international flavour.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Shall we get cooking?
Yes, we shall.
I think you already are cooking there, Aslan.
Sure am, Buena. Right. Okay, Sichuan chicken. You guys, Sichuan cuisine is slightly more compared to the rest of Chinese cuisine. Sichuan is a little bit spicy, a little bit more flavorful, pungent, tangy, compared to the rest of Chinese cuisine. You know, which perhaps some people can say is a little bit on the bland side because all you have is sort of ginger, garlic, and that's about it. But with Sichuan cuisine, you use chilies, you use fermented soybeans, all those strong flavors. So we're going to be making Sichuan chicken today. Anybody been to China? Anybody?
No.
No, not yet. Not yet. Okay,
Not
so
yet.
Sichuan chicken. What we have is I'm just going to go through all the ingredients as I usually do. Chicken. I like to use drumsticks for this, but you really can use any chicken portions you fancy. Chicken breast will cook that much quicker. So we've got chicken. We've got the main ingredient in this Sichuan chicken is the hot bean sauce. It is essentially fermented soybeans with chili added. That is very important. Go to any Oriental store, any Chinese shop, and they are bound to stock this. We've got that. We've got garlic, ginger, some vegetables to go in the form of capsicum. If you want to stick to the red color, just use half a red. If you want some color added, yellow and green. And just to make it even spicier, some chili.
Aye.
Shall we go for the Thai chilies, or shall we go for the Scotch bonnet today?
Scotch bonnet.
Let's spice it up, baby. Let's spice it up.
Scotch bonnet. Scotch bonnet.
Yeah.
So, besides that, we've got a little bit of Chinese rice wine, some sesame oil, and some Sichuan pepper. Sichuan pepper.
Oh, that is going to be spicy.
That is
It's gonna be
spicy.
very spicy.
Sichuan peppers are those red, sort of flowery. They're actually little flowers. Shall I bring that forward?
Yeah, show it to us.
You guys can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
Okay.
if I put it on a.
If you put it on a white plate, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these Sichuan peppers actually it's called the tongue numbing peppers because they will actually literally numb your tongue and the inside of your mouth. The trick to that not happening is basically to pound them. So we need some Sichuan peppers in this dish. After all, it is Sichuan chicken, and this is how you pound them. You put them. I dropped that a couple of weeks ago. Haven't replaced it yet. In case you're wondering why it's a little stunted. A bit of salt. And there you go. So when you crush the Sichuan peppers, it adds taste, it adds zing, but it doesn't numb your tongue when you eat it.
Good tip.
That's
Tingle.
Very good.
That's
Very
it.
good tip.
Okay.
Very
So
good
that's
tip.
what we're going to do. Now the chicken's been marinated, well, not quite marinated, but it's been sitting there for about 20-30 minutes with some egg white, beaten egg white, slightly beaten egg white, and some corn flour. We're going to start off now with just browning the chicken.
I have a question. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
From Kim. Is
Yeah.
Aslan Blaw's middle name Spicy?
Sexy, sweet, sexy, and spicy. That's my middle name.
I
I
love
have
it.
three
I love
middle
it.
names, I should have said. Well, my kids have got 3 middle names, so.
Carmen also says she has been to China, Beijing, and Shanghai.
Cool.
So she's going to be watching you like a hawk.
Krishna too. Krishna D or D.
Krishna Day.
Krishna Day, yeah.
He's in Ireland. Now, I am making a sacrifice by doing this at this hour, by the way, because my football team, that's Soccer to You Heathens, are actually playing right now, and it's a very important game. So this is a huge sacrifice, Larry.
Okay, well, I appreciate the sacrifice.
Thank you.
It's all in the name of good food.
I want the name of good
And Margarita.
food. Yes.
Okay, so we've got the wok on. You can use a wok, you can use a frying pan, or you guys call that skillets, do you? Over the other side of the pond?
Yeah.
Frying pan,
Skillet,
whatever.
yes.
Yeah. So just heat it on medium to medium high heat. A little bit of vegetable oil. What we're going to do?
Your boy Brandon Lee just dropped in and he says hi.
Hi, Brandon. Brandon's got. Brandon, what have you got, Brandon? Scottish grandparents, Korean grandparents, and all sorts of things. So Chinese as well, with a name like Brandon Lee. Okay,
Yeah.
now that it's hot, we're going to brown the chicken. We'll just do 4.
Mm-hmm. Now, how long you've had? I have a question, Aslan.
Yeah.
How long have you had the chicken pieces marinating?
20-30 minutes. They don't need to sit in there for too long because it's not flavor that they're getting on. It's just texture, because really it's just egg white and corn flour in there. So we're not. Okay. It's not the flavor that we're bothered about. If it was the flavor, then we'd be marinating usually for about 30 minutes or so. So we're just gonna let them brown essentially. Okay. And
I just got some word from Ronnie Binzer. He said that Jim Schenkel might be able to join us. Earlier on, Jim was having some technical issues at the stadium, Wi-Fi connectivity issues. But I'm just getting messages coming in. He wants to come in now. Great.
Who does?
Jim Schenkel.
Oh, okay.
So let me invite Jim.
I'm fluttering a little bit here, though. So feel free to mute me if it's too noisy.
No. We want to hear the sizzle.
Stop fluttering at me. Right, I'm just cutting up some garlic and some ginger. Ginger into long strips, because it's always nice to have long strips in ginger. In Chinese food, long strips of ginger.
Okay. Aslan, hold on for 1 sec. Jim is in the house.
Hey, Larry. How
hey, Jim.
Out here.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Hey. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, I can't really hear. I guess was that Aslan?
Yeah, Aslan is in the house. Andrew M. Conjure Up AJ. We have Australia. We have Canada. We have Mountain View, California. We have San Diego, California. And we have Trinidad and Tobago. And, of course, London is where we are doing the cooking.
I'll tell you what, it's remarkable how these hangouts on air work, and especially with this remote mobile hangout on air we're doing here from Northwest Arkansas. So great to have you join us.
It's a pleasure to have you join us. Just got a word from Ronnie Binzer that you could join us, and I said, whoa, let me bring you in one time. So, Jim,
okay.
Glad to have you. Who's the lovely young lady you have there with you?
Oh, isn't that so sweet? My name is Sue Havens.
This is Sue Havens. She's an old friend of my wife's and me, and she's a big supporter of Champions for Kids, has been for years.
Absolutely. Adelaide convinced me about 7 years ago that I should see what she was doing, and at that time it was very small. But we have been with her from when we had a few people with just helping in the booth with just a little, and now we have about 10 volunteers that want to come back every year. I love seeing the way she grows organizations. She expands their volunteer base. She keys them in and teaches them how to market, and so day by day we have more and more people helping more and more children, and that's where my heart is. I love to come here and serve others that spend all year long serving kids. It makes my heart happy to see this grow every single year, so we know the good Lord is blessing it.
Very
that
much.
Is absolutely beautiful.
Fantastic.
Okay, so we'll kick it back over to you guys and tell us what y'all want to do now.
Okay, Jim, great for having you join us. It's a great cause. I mean, this thing has grown from, like you said, 10 years ago to now filling up a stadium in Arkansas, Razorback Stadium. That is absolutely fantastic. And I am honored and privileged to be part of this whole experience, which is great. No problem.
Well, and that's the interesting thing, Larry, is that what we've got here is an interesting event in Northwest Arkansas with a lot of the suppliers. The sponsors of Razorfest are all, many of the suppliers to Walmart. And Tyson is here, big event that's going on. Lots and lots of people, crazy to be able to find bandwidth. But the interesting thing is to be able to connect in with you guys, to be able to be aware of this, so we take it way beyond Northwest Arkansas, out to absolutely around the world.
Globally.
Yeah, well,
Australia.
We are the world. We are the world.
Let's make sure we're taking care of those kids today.
Absolutely. They have kids and kids need help all over the world. So let's all work together to make that happen.
Great job, Jim. Great job. Thank you for popping in.
Okay,
and
Larry.
we're going back to the kitchen.
Take care, Jim.
Go back to cooking.
I'll go back to the kitchen too.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for coming
hold
in.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ronnie,
So,
you want me to just
back
hold
to
here for
the-
a second?
Okay.
All right,
Good. Thank you so
Thank you very much.
We're getting a few
Okay.
questions coming in with regards to the meal
I
at the
put the
place.
lid on there because I couldn't hear what Jim was saying.
There's obviously, hey, Ronnie,
Yeah,
just,
So we've just been browning the chicken, and we're just gonna.
you want me to go ahead and hang up here?
Let me mute him. Okay, Aslan, go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, it's all right.
So
Okay,
just
good to
give
see
us a
you.
little recap. Give us a little recap of what you did.
Yeah, so we've just been browning the chicken ever so slightly on sort of medium to high heat, not too high because we don't want the outside to burn. Now this is a little bit too hot, so I'm just going to cool it down slightly. So you brown the chicken and you take it, just put it aside on a plate. Now we're just going to saute the garlic and ginger. Okay? Whew.
Okay. All right.
I believe Michelle had some questions as well with regards to the what's the reason for the egg white and the corn flour, and
That's
what
just
does
to add a little bit of texture to the chicken. A lot of Chinese cooking marinates meat and fish and seafood in corn flour mix to add texture. So when you pre-fry, when you brown the stuff, you have a slight crunch on there. So now we're just sauteing the ginger and garlic. Ideally, the pan shouldn't be as hot as it got here because we were waiting for Jim to finish talking. So we're just sauteing the onion and garlic, and in goes back in. So really, technically, if you were lazy, you could just leave the chicken in there and add the onion and garlic.
Yeah.
And,
I love that sizzle. I love that
sizzle.
sizzle.
We're just going to coat it, and here comes the hot part. That's the...
Oh, Aslan, you have a question. Is there a suitable substitute for soy sauce?
Substitute for soy sauce will be salt.
Okay.
Oh, I bet that smells amazing right now.
Will tamarind work?
Not really, because tamarind is sour. Tamarind is your substitute for lime. Tamarind is a substitute for lime, not soy sauce.
Okay, great.
So we've got some water in there. And we're just going to let all this cook now. So these drumsticks are quite thick. So they'll take about 30 minutes or so to cook. If you're using chicken breast, after the initial browning, should only take about 15 to 20 minutes for the chicken breast. Now this recipe also works for fish, for prawns. For fish, you want to really coat it or even deep fry slices of fish fillets. That would be really, really nice in this dish. So in comes the rest of the ingredients, some soy sauce. Supposed to be rice wine, but that's my tequila that just went in. Hey!
More tequila.
Where's my rice wine gone? Huh? It's somewhere here. Come out, wherever you are.
It's next. Right, it's right there. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, wait, tequila Sichuan chicken, even better. And our Sichuan pepper.
And Annabelle Howard is in the house, Connecticut. Hey, Annabelle.
Hi, Annabelle. Okay. Here
Aslan, which is the best soy sauce to use from Carmen?
Well, I use this brand called. Are we allowed to say the brand? I use this brand.
Yeah,
called,
go ahead.
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
This is what I grew up with in Singapore, and that's what I still use, and it's my kid's favorite as well. So we just
here in San Diego.
So we're just gonna lower the heat down. We're gonna put the capsicum in. I'm using yellow and green just for added color, and we're just going to put the lid on, and we're going to just cover it to cook. That's it. That's all there is.
Wow.
And we said Scotch bonnet, so we're going to add some Scotch bonnet in there now. I didn't want to fry the Scotch bonnet with the garlic and ginger because it really burns, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not bothered about the slice because we're just doing it for its heat. So thick slices, thin slices, doesn't really matter.
Aslan, I'm very proud of you. You're not wearing your gloves today.
But I didn't touch the Scotch bonnet with my bare hands.
Oh.
Oh, you can't. I can't touch chili with my bare hands. Just doesn't. I don't even clean the house with my bare hands.
Is that the
wait a minute! I don't clean the house. What am I talking about?
You mean the butler doesn't do it for you?
Yeah, over here, yes, we do have. Oh, in Singapore and Malaysia, see, we grew up with maids. In Singapore and Malaysia, most families have live-in maids, and so they cook, they clean, sort of the old fashioned way, and that's what so many of us are used to. And then you go abroad and you got to clean for yourself. Oh my God, it's a shock to the system. A shock I haven't got over yet. So these days, guess how my kids earn their pocket money?
Cleaning.
There you go. Child labor.
That's what we do. I'm just gonna open up the window for some fresh air.
Cheap child labor, huh?
There you go.
Absolutely.
They gotta earn their keep.
You remember this shows in support of kids. So
So while we're waiting for it to cook, let's have another drink. Cheers.
Cheers. And after you finish this, Aslan, I guess the maid will come and clean up, right?
the maid.
The kids will come and clean up.
6-year-old maid.
When my kids were younger, we used to have a cleaner come in twice a week to clean, seriously. But now that my kids are older, they need to learn the facts of life. Not those facts of life, the cleaning facts of life. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how they earn their pocket money. No, they love it, though, they love it. I mean, it's like I asked my daughter, I said, do you want to go hoover the house and mop the kitchen floors? Yes. Because they just love the idea of pushing the hoover around, so,
You've trained them well. Kim Boltman says, if you cook, I'll clean.
That's a deal. Definitely sounds like a good plan. So what have you guys got going for this weekend? And anybody got exciting plans coming up?
Yeah.
Let's talk about if anybody has anything coming up. Oh, good segue there, Aslan. Yeah.
Sweet, spicy, sexy, and clever.
So George, you have anything coming up?
Well, let's see. A friend of ours, Kave, he's doing a house concert in Monterey this evening. We're going to drive down there and check it out.
Oh, nice. Andrew, what do you have going up there in Canada? You're just going to geek away at the computer? He's muted again.
All like Clayton Ford in here.
We want to hear your voice, Andrew.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, Andrew, what will you be doing this weekend?
Andrew, before you start telling us, say something sexy.
Say something sexy.
Oh, that's it.
You're putting the guy on the spot, Aslan.
That was hot. And it wasn't
an amazing voice.
But what's going on right now? Not much for me because I'm actually taking some time off. I'm going to go to Jamaica for 2.5 weeks, and I may stay a little bit longer. I'm going for a friend's wedding, and then I'm going to take some time to relax.
Good.
Fantastic.
Good spot. Good spot. Conjure.
Yeah.
What are you doing after the show?
Well, I'm going straight back to bed for a little while. And then, I'm hoping to get a couple of hours sleep. And then Conjure Up's actually doing a joint venture with another company, and we're doing an organic vegetable garden. So we're getting that underway. We've done the basics, and we're going to plant out today. And we're very excited about that.
Nice.
Can I just ask you, AJ, Conjure Up? I just realized it as you said it, Conjure Up, to conjure up. Is that what it is? Right.
Yeah.
That was the name that I came up with a few years ago, yeah, which I'm particularly fond of. I think that was when I thought I was going to own the world, because I thought it could be conjure up food, conjure up homewares, conjure up, but as Larry pointed out to me, it's a bit of a marathon, so we'll just stick with the food for the moment.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, it's a great name, and I've trademarked it, and I just love it.
Yeah, I love the name too. So Maggie, Unzueta, what are you doing after the show?
I am going to find a Chinese restaurant that serves margaritas. And actually, it's raining in San Diego. It never rains in San Diego.
Rains in San Diego, yeah.
But the worst is that I live in Coronado, and you have this bridge. So I'm okay. When it rains, this bridge is like it sways. It's scary, right? So I'm stuck on the island. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of meander around, and hopefully someone has food and. No, but actually, what I'm really gonna do is work on some recipes and
good
on my website.
Have you got Little Red with you this weekend, Maggie?
I do. I have my little Red. He's good. Maybe we'll bake something.
maybe you can make some Sichuan chicken for him after the show.
That sounds like a good idea because this
is a great idea.
I can't wait to.
And Marilyn, what are you going to be doing after the show?
We're going down to hear Cave down in Monterey.
Right, going to Cave with George.
So as sort of bookend with music, on last Monday we saw David Crosby in San Francisco solo concert, and it was unbelievable. We were like feet away from him, in a small.
Wow.
He's got a new album out, so I'm riding high on music and looking forward to hearing Cave and all that nuevo flamenco.
Well, after watching this great food, you will listen to some great music.
Oh yeah, they're having a potluck dinner where we're going.
Oh wow, nice.
It should be outrageously good. Nice. So what an evening. So yeah.
Thank you. Let me jump back to Aslan. Aslan, how's that chicken looking there, girl?
It's looking good. Can you guys see? Woo!
Yes,
yeah. Ooh, yeah.
I've turned the heat right down. So it takes on a darker color. Now you have an option with the vegetables. If you like crunchy vegetables, add them 5 minutes towards the end. But I think that with some dishes, when it comes to capsicum, if you cook them for as long as the chicken or whatever meat you're using, and they become really soft and almost sort of to that almost dissolving stage, it actually makes the dish. Forget the vitamins for a change. It actually makes the dish. So that's why I put the
become a bit sweeter then, Aslan? Does the capsicum then becomes a bit sweeter, which is a nice contrast to
yes, that's right. Yeah. That's right. That's a very, very good point. Yes, it does. Yeah.
I guess.
What would you serve it with?
You can serve it with rice.
I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to do that when it's done. So basically, in a Chinese restaurant, it's gone off. That's why. In a Chinese restaurant, if you ordered this, you'd order it with. Everyone has egg fried rice when you go to Chinese restaurants or have takeouts and stuff, right? So it'll go fine with egg fried rice or personally just plain steamed rice. And with vegetables, any form of Chinese vegetables. If you're just going to go light, so say the Sichuan chicken with some veggies, a simple standard Chinese vegetable would be broccoli, sauteed in a bit of sesame oil and garlic and ginger and light soy sauce, which is what I used actually, light soy sauce, not dark, and a bit of light soy sauce for the salt, and that's it, lightly cooked broccoli. That same recipe will work with pak choy. You guys know pak choy, right? The Chinese vegetable. Yeah. So serve it like that. So with the side vegetables, I mean, that's all you need: rice, the chicken, and if you want to go slightly heavier, do a Chinese style omelette.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Young. Yep. So
couple people just came in and said hi. Kristen Drysdale says hi. Kristen is in the house.
So Aslan, you mentioned that you can cook this with other types of meat as well, such as fish and shrimp.
Yeah.
Can you do something else outside of that range too?
Yeah, you know, you could do it with beef as well. Beef is I personally don't eat pork, so but it would go well with pork as well. Beef, the stronger meats like beef would need slightly longer cooking time, and that, you know, it actually is very delicious. But it's a completely different dish from the blander chicken meat and the seafood. Beef is a completely different dish. It becomes deeper and richer, more towards a dry stew, as opposed to what this might be, a stir fry. Again, one more thing. I added about 100 mils, half a cup of water. But you know, if you want it more, with more sauce, just add a little bit more. And when the chicken's done cooking, just taste for seasoning. If you think it needs a little bit more salt, add some soy sauce, or you can add a little bit of salt. You know, that's perfectly fine. We finish it off with just a drizzle of sesame oil, toasted sesame oil.
Oh, nice.
And some chives, and if you want it even hotter, some chili oil. This is homemade chili oil, Sichuan chili oil. Essentially, you've got a whole lot of, say about 500 mils of vegetable oil in a pot with red chilies, dried chili flakes, some, what did I put in here? Shrimps and some anchovies as well. And you just cook it right down for about an hour, and you get chili oil. I'm a sucker for this one. Can't eat without this.
Here's what, Aslan, I would love for you to put the recipe for that chili oil on the event page at a later date.
Yeah.
So at least we could keep the conversation going there. I love that. I've had it before down here at a couple of the Chinese restaurants we have here, and I always wanted to know what the heck they put in this damn thing. And now I know.
And there are different types. There are different types of chili oil as well, because some you just have the chili and the oil and perhaps some onions. But I like a deeper, I like depth in it, which is different kind of style. And so I add some dried shrimp and sometimes some dried anchovies if I happen to have it in stock.
That gives it lots of layers.
If you could post that, Aslan, at a later date, of course.
Yeah,
it would be much appreciated. For those of you who are looking for this recipe that Aslan is doing, where can we get it, Aslan?
linsfood.com. I have a menu tab, Singapore, Malaysian food. It'll be under the Chinese section of that, and the link is on the event page. Right, I believe.
linsfood.com. Yeah, that looks great.
Am I the only one who's hungry here?
The sad part is she's gonna finish all this, and I'm hoping that I'm gonna eat some soon, but it's not. I'll have to go make it myself.
So we're just gonna dish it up now.
I think I'll probably dream of Sichuan chicken when I go back to sleep.
Yeah, I think so.
Not usually a breakfast dish, but could be.
I find that cooking shows are the worst kind of tease because I'm just sitting here watching all this fantastic food being made, and we're talking about it for so long, and my mouth is watering here, and I'm waiting for her to finish, but I'm not going to eat a single bite until I make it myself.
That's right.
I'm sure lots of girls out there listening to you are going, oh my God, he's talking about tease. He's the tease with that voice.
I know.
Hey, I always told Andrew he has a future in radio or TV.
You do.
Broadcasting, period.
You know what? Next time I
Broadcasting,
come back on your show, Larry, I'll hopefully have an update for you on that.
All right.
Well, I have something in the works.
All right. Good.
Okay, so we just
don't let that voice go to waste. Oh, nice. That looks good there, Aslan.
Okay, we're just going to move that out of the way. And we've just got some chives. This is how I do my lazy herb cutting with a pair of scissors.
You mean you don't have maids to cut your herbs for you?
No, man.
You say lazy, I see
The in the kitchen is that then I have to eat somebody else's food.
Alright, okay, I was just pulling your leg there.
Yeah, so there we go.
Yes.
So we've just sprinkled. Is that light good or not?
That looks amazing.
Yum yum.
You need to take a shot of that and post it up to the event.
Yeah, I shall do that. So we've got
Michelle Batson is in the house. Michelle Batson is in the house. She says, looks good, Aslan.
Hi, Michelle.
But she needs smell-o-vision.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Doesn't that come the next upgrade?
Yeah.
So, Aslan, I noticed that you have some white rice. I also noticed that you have some mixed vegetables as well on top for your chicken. Are there any sides that also work well with it that you like to use?
Yeah, that's what we were saying just now. So, okay, we've got, I'll just leave that chicken there. Yeah, so plain steamed rice would go very, very nicely. And a simple stir-fry broccoli dish, pak choy dish, French beans, stir-fry with, say, some sesame oil, a bit of garlic, some ginger, some soy sauce, light soy sauce, and that's it. That's as a side. So there you go. That's how you would serve it.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So there we are.
I wish I was there to taste it. Who you have around there going to taste test it, Aslan?
Oh, my kids. If they go under the table and taste it and just go, they might do it. But if they have to actually stand in front of the camera, no way, Jose. Not going to happen. Let me just actually tell you one more thing. I just remembered. If you can't get hold of the hot bean sauce, an alternative would be this. Salted soybeans, again, should be available in Chinese supermarkets. And you just add chili to it because it is the same product with chili, without chili. Push comes to shove, hoisin sauce, which is a little bit more common, I believe, right? Yeah. But hoisin sauce is also a little bit heavy on the sugar. So try and go for hoisin sauce that has as little tapioca in it, as little sugar in it as possible, but more on the soybean sauce. And if you can't get that, red miso. That would be the other alternative. Usually, if you're having miso soup, it shouldn't be boiled above 85 degrees Celsius because it kills all the fermented goodness in there. But if you are going to use it as a substitute for this, then forget that bit. So miso soup red miso is another good alternative to get this dish if you can't find the hot bean sauce.
Aslan, I just have to say I love that you're such a wealth of information when it comes to this kind of food. Like you've taught me so much.
I personally call Aslan the walking cuisine wiki.
Guys, I tell you, I've been extremely lucky. I've been extremely lucky. When you guys watch my series HOA with Larry, Simply Singapore, you'll see Singaporeans and Malaysians as well. Actually, we grow up with 4 cuisines because we have 4 official races, That's one thing. But in my family alone, I've been so lucky. I am the product of generations of intermarriages and et cetera, So, I can sit with a South Indian and talk about his idiyappam and stuff. And I can talk about, sit with an Italian and talk about their mother's cuisine. I'm just as at home. It's I'm lucky. That's all. So I have my hat.
I think with Singapore and Australia, you've got the same thing. You've got multiracial, and in Australia, I know we've got so many. All Australian cuisine is basically fusion. It's wonderful.
Sure, it's a country of immigrants, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely.
Aslan, could you do me a favor? Could you hold up both of those dishes up to the camera?
Sure.
No, at the same time.
Yeah.
Same time.
Okay, and if I have an accident, it's all your fault. It's not my fault. Is that any good?
Yeah, that's great.
Perfect.
Thanks. Perfect.
Take some photos, Aslan. Take some photos. Oh, Andrew. Kim Bowman says she loves listening to your voice.
Thank you very much, Kim.
What I tell you.
All right. Before we wrap up, Aslan, that looks absolutely divine.
Thank you.
Again, you knocked that out the park, lady. Okay. Any final words where we can catch you, Aslan? And then I'll come to Maggie. Yeah, go ahead.
My blog is linsfood.com. That really is just a personal blog. I run a show now with Larry called Simply Singapore. At the moment, we're on once a month. The next one is on the 11th of May. But you will also find me on the Foodies Plus community. I am officially a communications manager on there. And I am also the founder of the Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesian food community. So you will find our ethnic foods in that second group, as well as in the Foodies Plus. That's where you'll find more always.
Sweet, spicy, and sexy. Sweet, spicy, and sexy.
I love it.
Yeah.
And Conjure Up, where can we get some of your Conjure Up dishes or food or fragrances, whatever?
Well, we've got lots and lots of recipes. I'm quite heavily on Conjure Up Food on Facebook or conjureup.com.
Oh, you just said the F word. Oh.
Oh.
No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
I did wonder about that. No, conjureup.com. We're always uploading things there, and we're basically a startup, so any support we can get would be great, and I'm loving Google Plus, absolutely loving it.
Great. And Maggie, where can we get or see some of your creations?
My food blog in mamamaggieskitchen.com. That's me. And of course, I've got the cooking shows that I'm doing with you. I have the bilingual show. I think our next one, I want to announce it because I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's in May. It's early May.
It's in May. It's happened. Just look for the event page.
I think it's the 4th of May, right, Aslan?
Yes. Oh, we're doing a double bill again then, because Foodies has got one as well. Cool.
Yeah. We're doing it. Yeah, it's going to be on the 4th of May, Maggie.
Yeah. Just 4th of May. It's close to Cinco de Mayo. Close to Cinco de Mayo.
Close to Cinco de Mayo. That's why it's the 4th of May. Yeah.
It's the 4 de Mayo.
So I would like to thank you, Maggie. I'd like to thank Andrew for coming on. Of course, Conjure Up, AJ.
Pleasure.
You were great.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Jordan, no problem.
Larry, we've got a food stories tomorrow.
I will come to that. But thanks for reminding me, though, Aslan, because I almost forgot. George, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Always to have you in the hangout. Marilyn, always a pleasure, my darling. And of course, Maggie Unzueta, my Latina friend, amiga. I don't speak Spanish, by the way.
Can I just say quickly, it's so nice to meet you all in person.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The power of Google Plus, we connected.
Worldwide.
Yeah, and this is Larry Finellier. Join me tomorrow for my food stories, where we will be featuring Gail Pasternak and her husband Alan, and they'll be doing a lamb green chili, I believe. Yes, lamb green chili. That
sounds very tasty.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 1 p.m. Pacific and 3
9
p.m.
p.m.
Central.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. GMT. Oh, I don't want to forget about you, Aslan.
And I think about 6 a.m.
How can we forget about Aslan?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't forget about that. Yeah, 6 a.m. Monday in Australian time. So, again, this was a special presentation in support of Champion for Kids, Razor Fest, which is happening live right now in Nebraska. I was thinking Nebraska, Arkansas Razorback Stadium. Hence the red that I'm wearing, and hence Aslan's red she's wearing. So we want to give a big shout out to Jim Shankle, who joined us into the hangout, and the wonderful work that everyone down there are doing for the children. So, I need to give thanks to we gotta give shout outs to those folks out in the event stream: Kristen, Carmen, Kim,
Brandon.
Yeah.
I didn't see the comments. So I didn't.
Annabelle.
Yes.
Yeah, Michelle Batson from Trinidad. She lives in Tobago actually. Yeah. Yeah.
And
But anyway,
if we've forgotten anybody, it's not my fault. It's Larry's fault.
It's Larry's fault. It's always Larry's fault.
Hashtag blame it on Larry. Hashtag blame it on Larry.
Blame it on Larry.
All right, folks. See ya. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.